The older you get, the more you have to realize you don't really got time, bro. Like, you gotta do it now. You gotta start your life today. If you don't do it now, you're never gonna do it. You simply don't have the time to do it. We like to think like, yo, I'll do it when I'm 30 years old. I'll build my career, save up enough money. Dude, those people are the saddest people I've ever met. Like anybody who lives like that, they genuinely have such a sad existence because they're always saving for the future. The future is never gonna come. You're never gonna get the future. Dude, the people who are the happiest that have no mental illnesses, because mental illnesses are simply a byproduct of you not living your life the right way. If you are not living life the natural way and you're trying to modify how humans are supposed to live, how we are evolved to live, you're gonna have a mental illness. An animal is going to be depressed and have a mental illness if you lock it up in a cage and feed it food that it's not supposed to eat. Imagine I started feeding a wolf grass, or I started feeding a goat something that like goats don't eat, like sand. It would just die, actually, matter of fact. Now, a human can only be happy and live a life that is worth living by doing what is naturally supposed to do and what you want to do by nature. Any kind of delayed gratification is just simply a system they created where they punish instant gratification. Instant gratification is what humans did for forever. Imagine if you lived always thinking there was a tomorrow or next year. You would never do anything fun because you will always save it for the next day. Hey, don't eat this fruit today, just eat it tomorrow. And then tomorrow you can leave it for tomorrow and you can never eat it. It's super dumb. Like you don't know how long you're going to live for. Truly, you don't know. You don't know if you're going to live till the 85-year-old that you're promised because they tell you the average so-called lifespan of humans is 85 years old. Yeah. Google it. It's 85. Yeah, like you would believe that, and then you already in your head imagine, yeah, well, if I died at 85 years old, that's pretty normal. It's pretty normal for me to just stop living till I'm 85, and then that's it. That's it for me. Dude, it is fucking nuts, right? It is fucking crazy. You will live your life in a way where you believe that if you study enough, if you made enough money, you work hard enough on your career. And this is the thing, they're pushing people to not get into relationships, not have kids until they're like 30, dude. Biologically speaking, you should be having kids as soon as you're done puberty, pretty much. Like, that's literally what animals do. Why do we think we need to work on this career for fucking 10 years just to have kids? Every single problem that you have that is sexually a problem is because you got brainwashed by watching too much. You know what I mean? Those videos, yeah. Those videos online. That's literally it. That's the root cause of everything. Every kind of media you consume, it could even be a media that was not in the form of those websites. It could be some kind of weird ass anime or some kind of weird ass cartoon or something where you got influenced in a negative way. The only point of intercourse is to reproduce. That is how we are designed. It's just like how you have a mouth to eat. You have teeth for chewing food. It wouldn't make sense any other way. It doesn't make sense if you put something on top of it a rubber to protect yourself from certain diseases or the whole purpose of procreation. And you would do that to, I don't know why you would do that, honestly, dude. It makes no sense. Any problem you have is simply because you started watching those things at a very young age and you got brainwashed by the things that are not actually real life So you think this is how it should be. And then you're upset because it would never be like that. Imagine you watch Spider-Man and you're like, man, I want to be Spider-Man. And you try to fucking get bit by a spider. You try to shoot webs out of your hand and it doesn't work. And then you're upset because you're like, I thought that was how it was. It's never like that. That's why you're upset. That's why you have problems doing the most natural thing that humans do. It will literally make it hard for you to connect with humans who are real humans because you're chronically like in this imaginary delusional world that you got fed and brainwashed to think this is how things should be. This is why, you know, I'm like this. This is how you're brainwashed. It's just not fucking true. You will have the best time of your life if you had kids at a relatively young age when you're still fertile, preferably in your 20s, before 30 years old. 29 is almost too late, biologically speaking, especially if you're a woman. But listen, man, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you what I believe would be the most natural thing a human would do. If you don't want to be natural, you want to go against nature, you could be depressed, you could be upset, but then just think about why. And if you don't know why, I'm just here to tell you why I think so, because that is the most natural thing to do. You don't have to do anything. I'm not telling you to do anything at all. Now, growing up with your kids and living a life where you can have people who you have created with someone else and building something that is genuine connection between people and having a good time instead of one, you should never treat your kids like fucking objects, dude. Some people treat their kids like objects, bro. They say you gotta make money, you gotta study, you gotta get a certain grade, you gotta be a certain way, you gotta not let me down, you gotta make me proud, you gotta do work for me. Dude, your kids don't owe you shit. They didn't choose to be your kids, you chose to have the kid. The best thing you can do is to build genuine connection and have a really good time and let your kids live a very natural way. Feed them good, healthy foods. Let them sleep as long as they want. Let them have fun, be in the sun, be with other kids. Just genuinely have a good fucking time. And live in an environment that allows you to do that. Preferably somewhere not in the fucking city, okay? It's actually a terrible idea to raise your kid in the city. But yeah, man, I mean, that's it, dude. Like, what else can I say, man? What else can I say? I mean, yo, I'm gonna start uploading more content on my YouTube, dude. I wanna do more videos like these where it's longer form. And I wanna start posting more content like this on YouTube. Slowly, I'll still post short form content, but I wanna strive more towards the longer form content because, you know, I prefer it this way. I like to yap a lot. Sometimes the shorter content makes me have to speak a lot in a short amount of time, and it's not enough, right? But I'll see. I'm still trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.